Okay, welcome to the session 2 of the Unity 3D workshop series. I'm going to go through it in this video, so if you missed the actual workshop or just want to review it, you can check this out. Basically, this is going to be a continuation of the first session where we made the basics of a platforming game, and in this session we're going to add a simple enemy AI, camera control, and what was the last thing? Oh yeah, a simple UI for keeping track of your score. So I have Safari open, and if you just Google educational technology Worcester, you can go to the educational technology website, and in the search box just search Unity Session 2 and find the post. And this has the resource, if you didn't make it to the first one or don't like the project that you have right now, you can download the platformer project link. It should give you a zip folder with the project where we got it to after the first session inside of it. If you do like the project you have, just download this zip containing a bunch of scripts, and the basic handout is pretty much a basic handout. So I'll just download this, and that's good to go. So I'll close out of Safari, also close out of Unity, and reopen it. Okay. So open Unity, open platform project already shows up because I already have it. Platform project. Alright, so if I hit play right now, let's pause. If I hit play, I just see the overhead camera view. I can run around, jump on the platforms, they change green. But that's pretty much it. And the first thing that I'm going to add is the camera control. So right now in the assets folder there are 4 scripts called score manager, follow player, change material, and camera control. So we're going to be working with those today. So I'm just going to select the main camera in the scene hierarchy. The only things in the scene hierarchy are the main camera, a directional light, the character controller, the ground with the box colliders that we added to keep you from walking off the edge, a parent game object which just contains a bunch of platforms, and this event system is not there for any particular reason. I think it just, somehow I added that, and when I zipped it up I forgot to delete it. Okay, so I'm just going to select the main camera and go to add component, and I've already typed in cam. So if you just type in cam, it'll give you the cam control script, and you can just click that. And this script has 2 values that you need to set. So the drag speed is just how fast the camera's going to rotate. I'm just going to put it at 1. And then the rotate object is basically what this cam control script is going to do is when you're playing the game and you click with the right mouse and then drag the mouse, it'll rotate the camera around an object, and we're just going to make that our ground object. So with the camera selected and this script open, if you just take the ground and drag that into the rotate object spot, you can also click on the target and just find ground and pick it. But now if I hit play, I will right click and move, and it'll rotate around. So this way it's not awkward when you go underneath something. You can kind of rotate around and find yourself. So that takes care of camera control. Next we're going to build the simple UI. So if you go to game object, user interface, and we're just going to add a text box that shows your score, and your score is just going to be every time you touch a box it'll add 1 to your score. So go ahead and click text, and this will, since we don't have any user interface canvas, which is what the Unity UI needs to present itself, it'll add one of those in for us as well as the event system. And then the text object in the inspector pane there's a lot of different things you can set. You can change the text font, you can change the style, change the alignment, all kinds of stuff. We're just going to leave it like this. You don't really have to put anything in the text because the script that's going to be attached to the platforms will send a message in every frame of the game to the text, telling it what to say. So if I hit play right now, it should, no, I haven't put anything. I just deleted what was in there, but I don't remember what was in there at default. If I just put text in, oh, that's right. So it's not showing up because if you zoom out, there's our little scene. This white box is the canvas, and this is what gets overlaid onto the camera when you hit play. So the text right now is outside of the canvas. So I think you can just change it by doing that. Yeah, you can just select the transform tool up here and then drag it into the canvas somewhere. And then if you hit play, yeah, it will show up right here. So, got the text object in. What was next? That's right, the platforms. So on the change material script of the platforms, there should be a new spot to put a text object called score. So if you just take your text, drag it into that box, it'll now be linked to that platform, and the platform can update the text when you land on it. So just go ahead and go through, click each of your platforms, and drag text into the score box. Now if you take any of these and duplicate them, it'll have text in there as well because it'll copy the script. So now if you hit play and you jump on one of these, what did I do wrong? Right. I forgot to add the score manager script to the text. So if you add a component to the text, type in score, there we go. Now that that's attached, it should fix. Yeah, there we go. So I guess it doesn't start out by saying score 0, so if you want it to, just type in score 0 right there. Now when you hit play, it'll say score 0, and you can run and increase your score as you jump on these, like that. Okay, so that's the user interface score bit taken care of. Finally, we're going to add the enemy AI, which are just going to be these cubes that will follow you around on the ground level, and if they touch you, then they set your score to 0. So over in the scene hierarchy, I'm going to create a cube. I'm going to right click and rename it enemy and enemy. There we go. And I'm going to change the position values to 0 so I can know where it is. It's under that platform. And I'm just going to drag it over here, drag it up, and I'm going to change the material in the mesh renderer to enemy, so it's purple. And you need to add several components to this. So Unity has something called a nav mesh agent and a system called nav mesh, where you can attach a nav mesh agent to an object and then create a nav mesh that goes over your objects, and the nav mesh agent can navigate the mesh and like go to a destination. So if we click add component and type in nav, add a nav mesh agent to it, and also add follow player. It's a custom script. Now if you open that up, go ahead and drag the score text into the score box and the third person controller into the target. Okay, so now we have to create the nav mesh that the nav agent navigates the scene using. So if you go to Window and open the navigation window and then click Bake, this lets you mess around with nav mesh agent values, but you can just leave those to what they are right now. And so right now none of the objects have navigation static tagged on them, and only objects that are tagged that will be baked into the nav mesh. So the platforms we don't want to include there, so they're fine. But the ground we do. So select the ground, and looks like I've already marked it navigation static and forgot to uncheck it because I just worked through this project and then uploaded that to the website. So normally you'd have to go up here where it says static, click the little arrow, and then click navigation static. But it was already picked for you. Then I'll go back to navigation, which you can get to by Window, Navigation, and then just click Bake. And now you can see this kind of blue over the ground, and that is the area that the purple thing will navigate on. So now if I hit play, yeah, it'll follow the player around. And if I jump up here, add my score, and then jump back down and get touched, it'll set my score to 0. Also pushes you, which is pretty cool. And if you want to get crazy, you can add a bunch of these in. Just duplicate them, drag them around. Gets a little harder. But yeah, that's pretty much it.